If you'd have said to me when I was 23, how old are you, 23? 21, Jesus Christ. If you'd have said to me when I was 21, oh, like one day you'll have a seafood platter.
Right.
Like literally, even saying it sounds weird. Like a plate with like, you know when you get the fish like with the eyes and shit still in it?
Yeah.
But it's got the head.
Yeah.
It's got the head. Like, what else goes on it? Mussels, you know, and they should basically look like a bogey. You just basically pull in like a snot out of a shell. What else goes on it? Loads of stuff. Oh, octopus. Have you ever had like an octopus arm, mate, with the tentacle? You know, with the what they're called? What are they called?
Tentacles, aren't they? Yeah.
No, tentacles are the arms.
Well,
is it a sucker?
We'll call it a sucker.
A sucker. Yeah, you know when it actually comes like as like a arm of a octopus. And to look at it, you do look and you think, phew. Like, looks a bit fucked up, that, like. And you eat it, and you're like, that's mad that it's nice. Do you know what I had before?
What?
I like to say this. No, you'll say I'd never try that. I had, hang on. You know squids?
Yeah.
Do you know squids, like, shoot that black ink off?
Yeah.
I've had a dish that was a squid with the black ink.
What?
So, like, I don't remember how it was ate, but I just remember it was definitely squid, and the black ink stuff was all like you had to cut it, and like this black ink come out of it.
Right.
And like, I'm not going to say it was delicious. It wasn't delicious. It was like it was an experience. It was like, this is interesting. I ate it, but yeah, loads of stuff. Where I'm going with it is there'll be loads of stuff that you'll end up probably liking that you now don't try.
So I don't try many new things. I'm not is adventurous the word? I'm not adventurous on my food.
No. You like what you like.
Yeah.
Chips and beans.
Oh, I'd just gone chips and beans.
Chips and beans, innit?
Yeah. No, I'm trying to be a lot more healthy now, me. So
when I was a kid, like we had like what I like describe as like plates of like everything was yellow. Like we had like yellow teas. Beige teas.
Yeah.
And it was like chips. A common tea would be chips, microchips, I might add. Microchips. They still exist in a box, microchips.
Well, like the McCain?
Yeah, McCain microchips.
I don't think they do.
Well,
because I used to have... Did you ever have fries to go? Did you ever have them?
They were a bit posh for us, them.
Right, okay.
Where they had individual, like... They were like in individual parcels sort of thing. They were a bit posh. My auntie used to have them. They were a bit posh for us, them. You only got 3, didn't you?
In a pack, yeah.
And there was 2 kids. It's not going to work. You have to buy 2 of them. You get me? But microchips come in a 4. Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Crinkle cut, and there was selection, crinkle cut or straight.
Yeah.
So a typical tea would be microchips, still stuck together. You know, they come out of the microwave.
Damp.
Just stuck. Chips stuck together. Chicken nuggets done Maggie's way, which was not cooked properly. And they had the little special delight as where they would be red hot on the outside, but they'd still be frozen on the inside.
Right.
That was a special way that she used to do them for us. And of course, the staple of every kid's diet, which is beans.
Yeah.
And that would be a typical school day tea. What's your crack? What would you have?
So mine would be very similar, but mine would be fries to go. Like if I'm going back to when I was like primary school.
Yeah.
Mine was fries to go. Whether it was chicken nuggets, turkey dinosaurs, or did you ever have like the potato waffles?
Yeah.
Yeah, banging, man.
Yeah. Do they still exist?
Yeah, of course they do.
Oh my God.
And they still do the smiley faces. Do you ever have the smiley faces?
I think we did. Not very often.
No.
But waffles, like they.
Waffles are
now you
banging.
just mentioned waffles, like I think they were a staple, to be honest.
Yeah.
I think they were around more than anything.
Oh, absolutely. Sometimes fish fingers, you know, and then it was always beans.
Oh, Sketty Oops.
Yeah.
Remember Sketty Oops?
Yeah.
How good were they?
Oh, mate.
Do they still exist?
They must do.
Imagine. Do you know, like, I've been meaning to do it for ages, to make like a go back in time tea. You know, like a shit tea.
Yeah.
It's not like, well, like, I don't want to mean shit, but like a tea from like a blast in the past. I bet it's delicious.
A little bit nostalgic for you.
Yeah. Like, I mean, you just mentioned like, I mean, fish fingers. Like,
I love a good fish finger sandwich, mate.
I actually think that should be really recognised as a very, very serious piece of food. That the fish finger sandwich, like we're talking about it in the same sentence as shit teas.
Yeah,
that doesn't. If you stick a fish finger on a plate of chips and beans, all right, it's a fish finger and chips and beans. It does come in that category of like meh, same old like stuff.
Yeah,
but when you bring bread into it,
yeah,
and you talk about shit white bread with tomato sauce and butter.
Say I'm not a condiments guy. I never used to have sauce. Mine would just be butter, but I'd leave it in for a good like 5 minutes that the butter would melt.
What do you mean you're not a condiment guy? What's a condiment?
Like sauce, ketchup.
You're not a sauce
mustard.
guy?
No.
Do you have bacon sandwiches?
Yeah.
With what sauce?
Dry.
Oh, you raw dog them.
Raw dog.
Man's raw dogging fucking bacon sandwiches.
I don't think raw dogging's the right word.
Well,
yeah.
Yeah. Gandhi's flip flop. Dry. Oh, mate.
Yeah.
What? I don't understand.
It's just, it's not like, I don't like many sauces, like mayonnaise and that I just kind of get away with. Little bits, yeah, fine. But ketchup I like, but it's not like, the way I look at ketchup is if I get ketchup on my meal, every meal's going to nigh on taste the same because I know what ketchup tastes like. Like I know, like our last she loves ketchup on like veggie nuggets and that, like corn veggie nuggets. I'm like, well, you can't really taste the food in my eyes because all you can taste is the ketchup.
You see, you're using your sauce wrong. See,
right? Okay.
So I've met these type of people, and these are the type of people who will get a very good plate of chips and beans and whatever else.
Yeah.
And they'll go, and they'll just squirt it over it.
Yeah.
What you've got now is a plate of different consistency tomato sauces.
Yeah.
So you've got chip consistency tomato sauce. You've got beans that taste like tomato sauce. Your Smileys now are just tomato sauce.
Yeah.
That is now sauce is supposed to be used. See, it's supposed to be. You know when you go in a restaurant.
Yeah.
When you go in a restaurant, they don't go all over your meal, do they?
No, they
How
don't.
do they bring it? A little pot.
Yeah.
You get a little pot.
Yeah.
Your little pot sits there, and you go doop, like that. It's sophistication.
Yeah.
You know, it's what separates us from the animal kingdom, mate. Do you know what I mean? That's what it is. So your sauce is supposed to be a complementer. It's a dipper. You need to dip.
I know, but I just feel like ketchup's far too overpowering.
It is. To be fair, Ron, I'm not a ketchup guy.
No.
I could take it or leave it. If someone whacks Tommy sauce on my sandwich, I'll eat it.
Yeah.
But like, you're right. I suppose, mind you, if I had a bacon, I'm going brown sauce. I wouldn't raw dog it. I wouldn't have a bare bacon sandwich. I wouldn't do that. I'd have brown sauce, but like if I had my plate of chips and spaghetti oops and Smileys, I wouldn't, because the beans are going to do that for me.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have sauce on it. I'd have salt.
Yeah.
I'd have salt, plenty salt. That's a myth as well. Salt's good for you, right?
Isn't it something to do with cholesterol? Like, you know, the stuff that can build up in your veins and that.
Is it?
Like, am I right?
I'm pretty sure that like salt's good for you now. I've changed their mind on it. They have. Once upon a time, salt was like the devil, wasn't it? But like, you know, your body like needs salts. Like if you have diarrhea and stuff, you have to have salts, right?
I think so, yeah.
That's what it is. Pretty sure of it.
It says on here, it says salt does not directly raise LDL brackets bad cholesterol levels, but high sodium intake strongly linked with high blood pressure, which damages arteries and makes them more susceptible to cholesterol plaque accumulation.
Can I say something as well? Sorry to just change the subject, but I've just seen a picture of something that's literally took me back.
Yeah.
You've seen that? Remember that?
What, chip butty?
From school.
You got them in school?
So this is where I was going to go with this, right? You know, like there's like word on the street, or like it's a common thing said that school dinners are shit.
Yeah.
Mine definitely weren't shit. Now, I don't know whether that's comparable to that my food at home was shit, therefore that tasted better.
Yeah.
That's just sort of landed there in my head, and I thought, maybe they were shit, but people at home were getting a la carte. But I don't imagine they were, not where I'm from.
No.
And throughout, I'm not even talking about one school. Like, I went to two schools, same as everybody else. I went to like a little school and a big school.
Yeah.
And my whole memory of dinners, they were fantastic in every single school.
Yeah.
special shout out to the cake. I'm a cake and custard man.
Right.
So in junior school, we had the chocolate concrete cake. Remember that? You can still get it. It's a chocolate concrete cake with custard. Well, I can only describe it as it's got the consistency of steel. So it's like not really a cake. Imagine if you got a cake, right, and you squashed it together to turn into a solid. You know, like a cake's like spongy.
One of them.
Yeah, but like that but bigger. So
Right.
like, you become bigger than that normally.
I think I've had one of these, yeah.
It's like it's almost like a brownie,
Yeah.
but not.
It's like it's been hydraulic pressed.
literally, yeah.
Yeah.
And to break it, like you have to like bang, 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 bang. You have to like hammer it, and it like eventually it'll start to break away into chunks.
Yeah.
Obviously, if you've sat it in the custard for a bit, it goes like, you know what I mean? It starts to like turn into something else, and it's naughty. But I remember this chocolate concrete cake from school. I had to make my mouth water thinking about it with custard or chocolate custard. Like, and like this pie. There used to be this pie in junior school, right? And it was like, I guess it would be like a steak pie. They do it in these big metal dishes, big massive dish.
Right.
And all you'd see at the top would be this like short crust pastry, you know what I mean, over the top. And they cut it before anyone came, and you'd get like a slice of this stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, mate, it was divine. And then, honestly, it was just beautiful. The dinners were gorgeous. And then when you got to the big school, yeah, at break time, there was some naughty stuff going around in a break time. And that chip butty I just showed you,
Yeah.
that was everybody. I still remember it was 45. It was 40p for a chip butty, 45 if you wanted tomato sauce on it.
Right.
And you basically got a bun like that, like a shit chip shop white bread bun.
Yeah.
Sometimes if the suppliers are out, it'd be a hot dog bun, basically. Do you know what I mean? But it'd be that sort of consistency, jam-packed full of chips. I make my mouth water, and you pay the extra 5p for the Tommy sauce. And that was just, it sounds shit, because they were basically, you know, industrially produced chips.
Yeah.
And industrial produced bread buns. But it was just something about that chip butty. There's no chip butty better than that.
No.
It was fantastic. And you'd eat it too fast because you didn't want to get taxed off you, and you get the hiccups and you didn't have a drink.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was good times, 40 pence. But where I was going is school dinners, all public school dinners to me were fantastic.
I think mine were as well. I don't really like... Secondary school is a lot different.
How so?
When I would say the first 2 or 3 year, I can't remember if it was year 9 or year 10 when I was there, when they changed it all. But they basically like did this whole revamp. So it was like your bog standard, but like my go-to on a daily would be like a ham and cheese panini.
You had panini at school?
Yeah.
How times have changed.
Yeah. But you could get like
Paninis.
proper dinner, like, but no one ever did.
No.
So I would always get like a ham and cheese panini. But, and I want to say year 9 and year 10, they did like a big massive revamp. So they opened like a sandwich area. So you had the normal canteen. And then they just sort of went, right, we're going to fuck that off. Well, they'll keep it, but they're not going to prioritise that. And then, so upstairs you had a pasta bit, like a rice bit where they did like pasta, rice, different meals and that. So you could get like meatball marinara, pasta upstairs on your dinner, which was like...
Wow.
Yeah.
The only things that had foreign names like that in my school were the pupils. You had no fucking marinaras, not like that, no.
And then you would go to the sandwich bit. You can just get a whatever sandwich you want. It was like pretty much a Subway. You could practically make your own sandwich.
Wow. Is this in all schools?
Not, it was in my school.
Right.
So, but like I say, it was like year 9 or year 10, so I didn't have it for that long.
No.
It was like we broke off as the summer came back, and it was like, right, this is all new.
Huh.
Yeah. Anyway, so it still has all the normal canteen bit, but like no one ever went to the canteen that much after that. Like for your hot meals, like if you fancied a hot meal, maybe 3 people out of 300 did. You would go to the canteen bit. If you want the panini, you'd still go to the canteen bit. But 9 times out of 10, everyone was always somewhere else. Especially considering you could practically make your own sandwich.
But you all ate from the school premises, though?
Yeah.
You did?
Yeah, we couldn't leave the school.
Couldn't leave?
No.
Was that just across the board? It was a rule?
Yeah. The gates were locked at the bottom, and the only way you could get out the back is if a parent came to pick you up.
No chance?
No, not getting out like. But it was a big school, so like the year sevens, they would hang out in this specific bit and only the year sevens could. And then year 8 up had like the rest of the school, whether it was the 3G football pitch, which was sand. So that was horrible playing on that. Whether it was around the bus bays, wherever. Like you had quite a big area to go around. You could sit inside the school. It was
bus bays. It sounds like a big school. How many pupils do you think it had? And it was what, Sedgefield School?
Sedgefield. I'm gonna guess anywhere from 500 to 750. Probably a lot more, but that's just me hazarding a guess. Because like we had, I think in total there was like, I want to say, because we had, did you have like colours groups? Is that how yours was done?
Letters.
So ours was the same. So, but like, so B stood for blue, was the top.
Yeah.
So I was like bottom of the top. So I was like lower end B.
Oh, and this is how bright you are, sort of thing.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
And then you had G for green.
Right.
And then Y was like bottom of the bottom. Like you can't function or you have needs where you need assistance. That sort of thing. So
Not the brightest bulbs.
no, but it got expanded, and I want to. So we had B1 to B4. I want to say G1 to G5, and then Y was just one class.
Right.
So what's that? 10 classes, 30 people. That's just 1 year. So you're probably looking at a lot more. So probably 1,000 plus,
Right.
realistically. But
Yeah, school changed a bit. When I think this is my time and every time before me, you were allowed to leave at lunchtime.
no, we
It
weren't.
was standard. And you would go to the shops, you would go to the chip shop, play pitch and toss, play on the arcades, stuff like this. None of that in your school, no?
Nah.
But I think that's across the board, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think that's all schools do that now. I think.
Yeah, so this was the front of my school.
Looks
actually-
nice.
So, like, all of this area here was the bus bays. So these are the gates that I was on about that got locked, so you couldn't leave. But then, like, this is, where's it at? Yeah, so that was like the main entrance, but then you've got this is the back of the school
Right.
where you could also come in. Like over this way is where the sand astro is.
Looks really nice, actually. It looks more like a college.
It's
what I mean?
it's classed as a community college.
Is
I think because they built a new building as we were leaving. Like you can go there and it's sort of a little bit like a sixth form.
Is it?
Yeah.
Good school.
Oh, really good. Yeah. Like from what when we had Purdy on and you and him were talking about schools and that, and you were saying like, oh, yours was rough, and obviously kids in your area, and you were saying like your 3-year sort of period in school.
Yeah, it was terrible,
Like,
man.
yeah, we never really had that as
No.
such. It was just, everyone was kind of chill. You'd maybe get 5 fights a year.
Really?
Yeah.
Shit, we'd get that a week.
A week.
At least, man.
But-
Yeah, man.
But like, it was fucking massive. Like, that's the inside. Oh, why is it not showing up? Oh, there we go. So that was the inside. So it was like all open plan. So like down this way was where your pasta bit was. Down here.
That's your canteen?
No. So these are classrooms.
Right, okay.
So they were like open plan classrooms. But this bottom corner here, that's where the make your own sandwich bit was. And you'd walk along the top of here, and your pasta bit would be down here. Like they proper revamped it all.
That is really, really nice.
So that's the heart space where you would have the end of year awards and everything. This is like your canteen bit, your seating area.
Oh, wow. What a school.
It looks. I mean,
Looks fucking brilliant.
I know. I don't know what other schools are like. So this is, to me, this is as normal. It's just the sandwich bit. Yeah.
Oh, mate, normal school. Well, not normal. Other schools don't look like that.
There you go. That's your sandwich bit there.
Oh, wow. It literally looks like some kind of like fancy business complex.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah, that's really nice, man.
But the only thing was, if I had one bad thing to say about, when it gets to summer, 20 degrees, scad not, we weren't allowed to take our blazers off. You could take your jumper off, but you would
Right.
have to have your blazer on. And it was a eco-friendly school, no aircon
Really?
whatsoever. So and obviously on the inside, it's like plastic roofing.
Right.
So it's not like glass. You can't see out, but you can see the light coming in.
Mm.
Yeah, it just made it a heat trap, to be honest.
Yeah, but it did. Yeah, there was no aircon at school, was there?
No. So, but all in all, decent school. When I was there, it was only 2 perverts. So
there was only 2 perverts.
Yeah.
Like, as if that's a good number.
Well,
you know
I've
what I
heard
mean?
other stories, and I think 2's all right.
Mm.
So, did you have any perverts at your school?
Well, it's funny you should ask that there. Potentially. I don't know the whole story. It wasn't really at my school. Are we
Right.
talking about paedophiles?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll tell you a weird story. I think I've told it on this podcast before. You know, I told you about the guy, the other week that liked fires and stuff.
Yeah.
And threw the darts in the garage and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Well, he was actually one of my best friends
Right.
before this. He got worse as time went on. So we're
Yeah.
talking like year 7 probably now.
Yeah.
Year 7, year 8. Before things got really bad. We were into like computer games and stuff then. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Lighting fires and whatever. And he lived on a building site, you know, like a new estate. So we'd play
Right,
in the
okay.
houses and stuff like this. It was like fun. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? We wind the security guard up. Harmless fun.
Yeah.
Before he turned into a proper psychopath.
Yeah.
Well, I remember him coming into school one day and over the course of a few days and talking about, I won't say his name, but let's just say I'll make up a fake name for the sake of this conversation.
Yeah.
Let's say his name was Gary. Okay? It wasn't Gary, but that's a fake name.
Yeah. Say Gary.
So Gary lived opposite this young man's house, my friend's house.
Yeah.
For the sake of this conversation, let's call him Philip. Right?
Philip. Right.
So Philip would come to school and tell us about Gary. And Gary lived opposite him.
Mm-hmm.
Gary was a music teacher, right?
Okay.
Not in our school, in a different school out of town. But he was a music teacher. And I forgot the names anyway, but my friend Philip used to come in and say, oh, I've been going over his house on a night and he's got a piano and he's
Right.
teaching us to play the piano, right? Anyway, he buzzed off it because we were into keyboards and stuff. We were weird kids. We liked
Yeah.
keyboards and stuff, like playing stuff like that. Anyway, before I know it, I'm mixed up in it as well, right? So I'm going in this chap's house on a night. There's a gentleman. He was short, tubby, had a missus, also short, tubby. They seemed like the most loveliest, didn't have kids. And they were young. They were looking back.
Get that. Could you try again?
What the hell was that?
I think that was a computer.
Looking back, they were probably only in the late 30s.
Yeah.
Probably looking back. Because everyone just seemed old when you were a kid, right?
Yeah.
But looking back, they had been in the late 30s and they had no kids. And we'd go over, and over the course of a few months, she would cook us food. He taught us. He was like classically trained on the piano. He could sit and play everything. I mean, the Beethovens, and we were just like, wow. Like, see, there was good kids inside of us. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it wasn't all about fucking burning things.
No.
And we sit and he plays these beautiful, like Mozart's and beautiful, beautiful music. And he tried to teach us how to play it. And he was a good teacher. So, you know, some of the like piano stuff you play with like 2 hands.
Yeah.
He'd have it breaking down where I would do one of the hands and my friend Philip would do the other.
Yeah.
And we'd end up making something akin to it. Not obviously we didn't quite have the rhythm, but like sometimes you'd be like, fucking hell, this is actually sounding a little bit like a shit version of it.
Yeah.
Really good. Anyway, then one day, it was said that we were going to go to Wet and Wild.
Right.
You know what Wet and Wild is?
Yeah.
Is it still around?
It's shut now.
Is it?
Yeah.
Well, we were going to go to Wet and Wild, right? And Gary, the music teacher, was taking us, right? And before we know it, there we are. Me, Philip, my mate, Gary and his missus in his Citroen Saxo, right? Blasting through to Wet and Wild,
Yeah.
right? Now we get there and I don't think we all got changed together. I think it was kosher.
Yeah.
I don't have a great memory of it. but I feel like if I got fiddled with, I'd remember.
Yeah.
Right? Before I know it, me and my friend were flying about the slides, we're having a great time. And my only memory was him and his girlfriend, the music teacher and his girlfriend, stood in the wave pool for the entire day and just basically ate each other's faces. Literally, they just moyed on all day. So there was like, but like looking back, they were the only ones doing it.
Yeah.
And there was like a lot of like kids around. Do you know what I mean? Like I didn't think anything of it at the time. I thought it was a bit weird because I didn't see my mum and dad do stuff like that. But like whatever. I wasn't bothered. I wasn't went wild. Do you know what I mean? Like he's the idiot. Do you know what I mean? Look at these slides. Like you missing out, you pal. Anyway, yeah, went about the day, and every so often we'd go past him again, and him and this is fairly unattractive woman were just absolutely chewing each other's tonsils out, like proper moying on, big time.
Yeah.
All over each other. Like obviously, there used to be like a cave bit, and they were like in the cave, if you remember.
Yeah.
Like, fuck knows what they were doing, but like, I don't want to think what they were doing.
No.
But they were in there around all these kids, right, around all these parents, and they just ate each other's faces. Anyway, the day ended. It was fine. We were taken to a McDonald's afterwards, stuff like that. My memory of it was only positive, apart from the weird kissing. Apart from that, he was a fun guy. He was nice to us, always good to us. Anyway, blah, blah, blah. Let's fast forward. All of a sudden, Philip comes into school one day and says, Gary's a paedophile. And I said, what do you mean he's a paedophile? And he had a cutout of a paper. And basically, he'd got fired from his school for paedophiling, basically.
Right.
He moved shortly after.
Yeah.
Obviously, I was not to go around his house anymore. Yeah. And that was the end of the music teacher. Obviously, like, looking back then, I was like, you were like, oh my God, like, we were around a paedophile. The whole time we were around a paedophile.
Yeah.
But then, like, a little piece of me is like, was he though? Like, was he? Because it's easy, like, I don't, you know what I mean? Like, I'd like to know what the facts were.
Yeah.
Because you could get probably, like, okay, if he had indecent, I mean, there wasn't the internet then, so I don't imagine he did. But, like, if he had, like, for example, indecent images and stuff, like, yeah, you're a paedophile.
Yeah.
Or if he actually physically assaulted somebody, yeah, you're a paedophile.
Yeah.
But I bet you, people, teachers like him, they're in a very delicate situation. And I like to think, because I don't know the ins and outs of it, I like to think that he more got fired on maybe just being too nice. Do you know what I mean?
It could have been someone said something and he's like, it hasn't happened, but someone doesn't like him as a teacher.
But his photograph was in the paper and that.
Yeah.
It wasn't just like, I mean, it wasn't just a write-up. It was like, it was like a full-on thing.
So it being handled by law enforcement.
I wonder if I could find anything about him. Yeah.
In my time at school, in both primary school and secondary school, I've had in total 3 paedophiles. I can probably get all of them up. One of them has a crazy video, what someone edited in secondary school, of a song from The Greatest Showman, I think, and it saying "I like kids," and it's all the teachers dancing.
Say that one more time.
Yeah, so it's someone edited it in secondary school. This is how mental people were. Instead of fighting, they just thought, right, what's the best way to do them in online? Right, you have a look on that. I want to see if I can find this video, because if I can, I'll put it on the telly, because it's mental, like.
What? Sorry, just explain to me again what happened.
So this one, I never had him as a teacher. Right. I believe he was called Mr. Briggs. Mr. Briggs. And anyway, it came out that he'd been perving. Right. And he was no longer at the school. But there's been previous videos and stuff of around the school, and I think there was one of all the teachers dancing. So, and there was also a video of Mr. Briggs walking up at the camera. So someone thought, you know what, I'm going to create a brilliant piece of social media, and I'm going to edit him singing this song and get all the teachers dancing to it. So if I can find it, I know I've got it.
How was it like using AI?
No, the AI wasn't a thing back then. So this was all online, I think. And someone's just gone through.
Some clever kids in your school.
Oh, it was mental.
Really tech savvy.
Christ,
Editing videos and stuff. So what's the outcome of this video of these teachers?
I don't think the teachers knew about it,
Right.
but it was on everyone's Snapchat story.
Really?
Yeah.
So like you say, you touched on, you only had 2 pedos in your school.
Yeah.
How did you find out they were pedos?
So one of them. So right, we'll start with the worst one. Primary school. Mr. Stubbins. He was caught with child pornography.
No way. And he was in your school?
Yeah. We don't know if it was of kids in our school or if it was, of other children. We don't know. I found this video.
Right. So he basically definitely had pictures and he lost his job because of it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah, he got done in for that one. Then we had Mr. Briggs when he first joined secondary school. I don't know what his was. People said upskirting. I don't know.
Upskirting, that's a class word.
Yeah.
As if he was upskirting.
Yeah.
Right.
And then we had Mr. Amos, who was the more recent one. He was having, exchanging sexual images with a girl in our year.
No way.
Yeah.
Was he a young teacher?
I want to say maybe early 30s.
Right.
But obviously, girls at our age were 15, 16, maybe 14 when it first happened. He was always a sound bloke. Didn't shower very much by the looks of it.
Right.
Proper greasy.
Was he?
He basically looked like a...
Looked like a pedo.
Like a Harry Potter who hadn't showered in 3 weeks.
Yeah, like a pedo, yeah.
Yeah.
It's class that, he wasn't just one by nature. He carried out the full shebang. He actually physically looked like a pedo as well.
Yeah. So, I can probably I remember when it came up. Right. This is the video of...
What are we watching here again?
This is the Mr. Briggs video.
Okay, let's have a look at the Mr. Briggs video.
Have we got sound?
This is brave, this is proof, this is who I'm meant to be. I like kids.
Oh, it's froze. Why is it froze?
So somebody...
That's all the teachers dancing.
They're all teachers.
Yeah.
How did you get all the teachers dancing?
I don't know where someone got it from, but yeah, that's what kids were doing in my school instead of scrapping.
Right. I mean, that first bit of that video, he was really doing that, right? He was walking down the corridor saying that stuff. But
no, so he never said I like kids, but
no, but that's the only bit that was edited.
Yeah.
What was he doing before walking down? Our teacher didn't act like that.
I don't know.
He was playing up to the camera, right?
Maybe. I don't know if it was a video about the school and they were doing it a dance thing. I don't know.
Right.
But all I know is I went, that's Mr. Briggs that. And then they just say, I like kids and say all the teachers dancing. But
you were talented kids.
Well, I never did it. I would have been quite proud of that one. We did get pulled into, get told off in secondary school, because we used to make jokes through photos. So we got pulled in. We used to call them memes. They weren't memes. They were just, instead of arguing in group chats, we'd just make funny photos and make shit up and put it in the group chat and just annoy people. And then we got pulled in for it one day.
Make shit up about what? Other people? Each other?
Not about the lads, no. So it was always against the lasses. So there was this one lass, I won't say her name. There was this one lass and she, I think it might have been just broken up not long after at this point. And she was always fuming. Like one time we were in this group chat and she like added a big brother who was like 3-4 years above us.
Right.
Saying he was going to scrap us all. Bearing in mind we're like 13, 14.
Right.
It's like, right, okay. So she was always kicking off for some reason, and we all used to just egg it on. So me being the person I am, like, you go on Snapchat and you can like cut out someone's face on a photograph and put it over something.
Right.
So I was like, oh, send us a photo over. Got a photo, cut out a face, and I'll just make loads of different things of these. Come into school the next day in tutor. Mr. Borden comes in, carrying with me, come down. There's two of my mates sat. You go sit there, all sat on separate tables.
Oh, chew.
Thought, fucking hell, here we go. Walk in. It's the first time I've ever heard him swear. He's like, it's discussing everything. These fucking memes. I was sat there. I was like, no way, this is happening. We all got out. All of us were in different classes, so met up at dinner. And like all of us were just a bit quiet, and I was like, what the fuck was all that about? He was like, I think grassing us.
Oh.
So we got grassed in, and yeah, that was our enjoyment. Like I say, we didn't scrap. We didn't.
I guess it's changed a lot. I mean, I'm listening to how you guys got in trouble, and it seems so alien to how we got in trouble.
Yeah.
But of course, you know, they think it'd be, but if you're at school when I was at school, this is how it is.
Yeah.
Because there was technology, and you are making, like, editing pictures of each other and, you know, winding each other up with stuff like that, torturing each other in that way.
Yeah.
Just because there was no technology. And like you say, if you came back to the 1990s and went to school then, you were doing what we're doing.
Yeah.
You'd be doing what we're doing.
Oh, absolutely,
Exactly the same. No different.
But no,
like I met some lads from my age that went to your school, although from your area.
Yeah.
I knew people from Fishburn.
Right.
I knew people from the Collieries, from the Fishburn, from Sedgefield. I went to college with them.
Yeah.
And they were rough lads, man.
Oh, yeah.
Like, they were rough lads. They were tougher than we were.
Yeah.
Like, they were tough lads. And I can't imagine them having this fluffy time at school.
No.
It seems like they came from what we were from.
So they went to the old school. So it's built on the same land, the one where I went to, but they knocked it down, I want to say early 2010s, late thousands.
Right.
They knocked it down and then they built it back up to what it is now. I think when we went, it had only been open maybe 3 years.
Right, got you.
So what they went to was 10 times different to what
old school.
Yeah. So like I don't know what the old Sedgefield school looked like. I only know what I've shown you. So, but we had multiple computer rooms. There was all like those computers where if you were on break, you could do work. No one ever did them. Everyone used to just play games on the computers. It was very up to date. We weren't ever stuck with like facilities, things like that. Like everything what we did was provided to us basically. And then obviously when I was saying in the last episode or the episode before, where we were given tablets and stuff like that to help work on, like we very privileged. But like it was, in our head, it was just normal. We just assumed all schools like that because we thought that's still a bit rough, you know. There's still the weird kids. There's still the people who are smoking, you know, like hiding in the bush and that. People still running away, trying to escape. So we just thought it was normal. But if you're looking at that and going, that's class, and like,
oh yeah, I'd never seen a school like that before. No.
But yeah, like I said, I've heard stories. So I thought two perverts was quite good going.
To be fair, in my school, as raged as it was, there was no perverts.
No.
Nope.
To be fair though, I think back then, because like,
it was harder to be a pervert.
Yeah.
There was no mobile phones.
No.
There was no internet.
No.
It was tough to be a pervert.
Yeah.
I think you could only be a practical pervert.
Yeah.
What I mean is like, you can't be theoretical.
No.
Like, it's a hands-on job to be a pervert in the 90s.
To be a pervert back then, you'd have to be an upskirter.
Yeah, you'd have to be putting hands on people.
Yeah.
Which probably wouldn't
Whereas
have gone
obviously
down well.
I grew up and it was, he had photos.
Yeah.
And then
There's a lot
the
you
other
could
one
do.
was, the other one was texting. So
It's really broad, you know, the technology in the modern world has really broadened things for the pedos of the world, hasn't it? Yeah. There's a lot more opportunity for them. You know, we've got lots more to go at. Bless them.
where'd you start?
Oh, no, yeah. Jesus. No, it was none of that. No perverts.
But like I say, we never had many scraps. I always remember one scrap. Two lads. One of them, he had a physical disability where I don't know if it was something to do with his hip. I can't remember. He told us something about it, but he would walk different. And then this other lad, he was fine. He actually left the school the year after. And like it just came out of nowhere. Like we were just eating, talking. It was like, there's a scrap out the back. Fucking everyone's darting. I mean, like it's obvious when there's a scrap happening because the whole school floods to it because we had that little. So it was like when it happened, it was like fucking hell. Like hundreds of kids just creating this circle, like it's some sort of event. And
did you chant fight, fight, fight?
No, we just all watched, like people had the phones out recording, you know, like proper good school videos.
There was a chant in our school. It would be fight, fight, fight.
But I've still got some of the videos. I've got a video of two lasses having a fight and computing.
Really?
Yeah. I didn't take it, but it was just from Snapchat stories and you put it in the group chat going, no, you seen this?
Did you not have like a range, like fights in our school were like events. It was like Vegas, like they were like, it was known. Yes, there'd be the odd ones that broke out.
Yeah.
But they weren't the big uns. The big uns were like, so-and-so's going to fight so-and-so, and there'd be a location.
So that would happen, but it would never go through. So
Right.
people would try and plan the fights. It would never happen. The only fights we ever got are the ones which came out of nowhere.
Really?
Yeah.
Right.
So I just remember, and this disabled lad, he shouldn't have been fighting anyway. Like I was watching, and like, he was like, he got knocked down, fair enough. He should have left it there, and this other lad stomped on his head.
Chew.
Yeah. But then like the whole school went for him.
For doing that?
Yeah.
Right.
Because he was already down. He was
Right.
on the floor, he didn't get back up. And he should have left. I just remember, I want to say a good 40, 50 kids like searching for this lad.
Right.
And he was hiding under the tables in one of the computing rooms.
No way.
Yeah. And like someone literally dragged him out. And then teachers obviously got word of it and he was pulled in. And then after that, I think that was the biggest one we ever had. Not necessarily fight-wise, but the mass of people because of what he did after.
Yeah.
Like, what he should have done is after he knocked him down, he should have walked away. And this is a lad, he would have had to live with the fact that he lost. But because he stomped his head, everyone was like, that's wrong.
Yeah. Cross the line.
Yeah. Whereas I think from stories that you've told me, I think no one would batter an eyelid.
No one batted an eyelid. No.
No.
People could have got killed. No one pulled anyone off anyone. Ever.
Just let it happen.
Just let it happen. I've seen people get proper hide-ins.
Yeah.
Like proper, where looking back, you're like, that was dangerous, that.
Yeah.
Like proper good hide-ins where they weren't in, they were sparked out.
Yeah.
Like they were, I've seen blood coming out of someone's eyeball once.
Jesus.
Like some scary stuff, mate.
Yeah.
I remember this one fight, like we'd have them individual fights, but like we had a very like mixed race school.
Right.
It was like there was a very, very big Bangladeshi like population, I guess you would call it.
Yeah.
There was like it was like a dozen or so in my year of these Bangladeshi kids, male and female. And like it just seemed as though there was a big community of them in Darlington then, and it seemed as though that our school was their school.
Right.
Like one of my best friends was I don't mind saying his name. He was called Bilal, and he was in my tutor with me. He was class, like hilarious guy. He was one of my friends. But there was in every year there was loads and loads of Bangladeshi kids, and like I can remember once. This only ever happened once because there was a lot of tribalism. Like they stuck together, and like we stuck together. Bilal was like the rule into himself. Like he wouldn't stick with them; he'd come with us, sort of thing, and. But yeah, I remember once there was like a fight en masse between a very big group of the Bangladeshi lads.
Yeah.
It must have been about 10, 12 Bangladeshi lads versus what seemed like 20, 25 of the white Caucasian lads. Do you know what I mean? And it was full on, like, it was in the yard. I can remember there was like this platform and people were like fucking flying kicks and stuff. Mate, like it looked like the film Zulu. It was crazy, mate. It was absolutely brilliant. Like, and it went on for like a while.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like it happened to, like, it wasn't just like a quick argy-bargy. Like
No.
it was a full on like war
Yeah.
of like people going from that person to that person. It was fucking brilliant.
See, that's what we always wanted. Like we always want to have a big massive fight like that. No one like ever wanted to be a part of it, but everyone wanted to see one.
Oh yeah, I didn't want to be. I wasn't in it.
No.
But I watched it.
Yeah.
From a distance.
Did you ever get any fights?
Yeah, I got in some.
Yeah.
I had my ass kicked.
Have you?
Yeah, I think at school, I think I got my ass kicked more than I won.
Right.
But I was, in my defense, I was very small.
Yeah.
You might not realize that now, but I was very late bloomer, me. I was very small at school. I was one of the smallest people in my year at school.
Right.
I think growth, I was about 20. You know what I mean? I was like very, very, very late to the party.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, there was a couple of fights. It was, I don't know, like you have to draw a line between like, because getting beat up isn't a fight.
No.
That's different.
Yeah.
So like lots of getting beat ups, but actual fights where I was willing to have it, probably once.
Yeah.
Where I was actually willing, where I was game as that person.
Yeah.
Once. And I would say, didn't get my ass kicked. I initiated it. I started it. I threw the first punch. The other guy didn't want to fight.
Yeah.
I threw the first punch. It was even for a bit, but it ended in someone dragging him off me. Do you know what I mean?
Okay.
I was at the bottom. I was the one getting the punches, shall
Yeah.
we say. I mean, it wasn't anything serious. Nobody was hurt. Nobody bleeded. Do you know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like, we both got up and walked off in separate directions, sort of thing. Like,
Yeah.
it was like, kids, they can't really hurt each other because they both wear 5 stone wet through. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, that was probably the only time that it was an actual fight. But yeah, loads of good hide-ins. Like,
Yeah.
loads. Good thing though, I was fast,
Where?
very. So I was rarely caught.
No. Just
Rarely
dart away.
caught. Yeah, and it's also when you shit yourself, you're even faster.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Aye.
So yeah, it's just thank God for that. Looking back, it's a good job I was quick because I would have got a lot more good hide-ins.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was a nippy little lad. Like, yeah, you have to be, mate. You have to learn to run.
So
You know?
like I say, our childhoods obviously are a lot different. So, I think maybe we had, in total while I was at school, fights what actually happened, and they were fights, and it wasn't just like the fight was going to happen, he stood in a circle, and then he just walked off, and it never happened. I think all in all, I can probably say 4 or 5 actual fights happened in
Really?
my 5 years.
Wow, that's really good.
Yeah.
What sort of like extracurricular activities did you do? So what I mean by that is not educational. I mean, what trouble did you get up to after school?
So we did it for like one term, and they called it enrichment. And it was basically something you could do after school. You can get the bus back, you can get picked up off your parents, whatever.
Oh no, I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about, well, here's my example. It was nothing to do with school. We would go garden jumping. Have you ever heard of garden jumping before?
No, but I can probably guess what it is.
It was brilliant. So looking back, it was fantastic.
Yeah.
It was what a laugh. Like, so fun. So you'd find a street with like a lot of houses on. So we're talking 20, 30 houses. You would get into the first person's back garden.
Yeah.
Right? So it's nighttime, right? Pitch black. And there'd be 10, 15 years, maybe 6 or 7 actually.
Yeah.
And you'd start off in somebody's garden. The deal was it was a race to just go through everybody's back garden until you got to the end of the street.
Right.
But obviously in each garden, in pitch black, there's all kinds of hazards. There's washing lines, people are getting clotheslined, there's ponds, people are falling in ponds, like there's like barbed wire on fences, there's spotlights coming on, there's people running out after you, like from their houses, because there's all these kids just trashing your garden, you know. But that was a great game, garden jumping. I used to love it. You'd always come home like something was ripped, you'd be wet, someone would get caught and strangled by the owner of the house, do you know what I mean? Yeah. But garden jumping was brilliant. It was all, it came from the initial plan was hedge jumping.
Right.
So hedge jumping is as it sounds.
Jump up hedges.
Yeah, you run and jump into the hedge.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah, no, strange, yeah?
Yeah.
You just run and jump into the
That
hedges.
sounds more painful.
Yeah, it hurt, yeah. It did hurt, yeah. Stupid looking back. Just looking back, yeah, you just run and jump into hedges. Hedge jumping. From hedge jumping, garden jumping came.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Trying to think. See, we mainly had the youth club, which is a saint into keeping us off the streets, really.
It's only one night a week though, right?
Ours would be 2.
Would it?
I think so.
Ours
think
was Thursday.
Ours used to be Tuesday and Friday, I think. I think it's always. Anyway, so we would do that, but then through the week, we'd mainly go out on scooters. Like we were big scooter kids.
But they're micro scooters. What's a scooter?
You don't know what a scooter?
Well, yeah, but they have engines. Usually I didn't have scooters.
No, not like a stunt scooter.
Yeah, it's like a micro scooter, isn't it? Yeah, it's just a little micro scooter.
Oh, that's what you call them, micro scooters.
Mm.
So yeah, we'd knock about on these,
Right.
and we'd literally just ride about. 9 times out of 10, our nightly routine would be meet up, ride about the village, go to the fish shop, get some chips.
Solid.
That was how our night would really go.
As a kid, it sounds boring now, but with your kids, what can you do?
Yeah.
You've got no car. You've got no rights.
I never remembered us being bored of it.
No.
You would do the same thing every night.
Mm.
You wouldn't really do anything else. Like even though our villages are quite close together, we never went
To the different villages.
We never went into Sedgefield. We never went into Trimden. We'd always just stay in our village.
In Sedgefield. I mean, in Fishburn.
In Fishburn, yeah. So, but like you had the club park. So tyre swing, ideal. And then a few years later, they built Millfield, which is just basically the opposite end of Fishburn.
Mm.
And they had another park there. So 9 times out of 10, you'd meet up, you'd go to the park, chill out for a bit, sit, talk, have a bit play about your scooters, go to the fish shop, get your chips, get your cheesy chips, whatever you get, and then stay out for another half hour and say, right, we're gonna go in now, lads. And see each other at school. Yeah.
We didn't have micro scooters then. We had rollerblading was a big thing.
Mm.
Did you not have a rolling blade thing? It was a big thing.
Someone did rollerblade once before, and they got the absolute mick taken out of them.
Really?
And I've never seen a pair of rollerblades ever since. So,
see, yeah, with that, in our school, it was like the coolest of the cool kids rollerbladed. It was very prestigious thing.
yeah.
It was like taken very, very seriously. Like look at I mean, like, you go through phases.
Mm-hmm.
Like that was the phase of like everyone was into like Tony Hawk.
Right,
Do you know what I mean?
okay.
Like grinding and half pipes and stuff like that. Like we used to go. We lived in our estate, and there'd be a group of us would blade down to the town centre.
Right.
Because in the town centre, it is basically like a skate park, isn't it? If you think there's in Darlington town centre, there's steps, there's ramps,
there's
there's
fountain steps.
Yeah, there's everything. Like there's just so much to play with there.
Yeah.
And yeah, I can remember people taking it seriously, like taking like the pinch the mum's candle, and you'd find wax
waxing it,
things,
yeah.
you'd wax like the edges of things, and like it's a shame we didn't have like cameras and stuff then. But like I can remember like some of them kids, like looking back, like a couple of lads I went about with, they were like really good.
Yeah.
Like there was in our South Park, we had a half pipe. Like
Right,
one of
yeah.
the for that. I would never go down. Well, I did. I fell on my ass.
Yeah.
But there was 1 or 2 lads could do it properly. Like up and like literally like turning in the air and woomph, woomph like this. Like really, really good. Really, really like talented they were.
So we used to go to a skate park every now and then. So Coxer has one. So we'd go there every now and then. But we never really. We sort of kept to ourselves. The more I think about it, like we never. There was a few times where we'd go out and kick bins over.
That was always fun, wasn't it? Kicking bins over.
That was like the most you'd probably do. I remember one time someone kicked a wing mirror. It didn't come off the car. It just went like the other way, so you could just bend it back. So we did that one night, and then it was like paranoia.
Right.
After that, because it was like, fuck, what if someone saw us?
Right.
So we never did that again. Just kicked the bins over after that.
Did you never have a car badge phase?
No.
This was a really, because obviously now, as I've got older and I do like cars,
Yeah.
and I own a car,
Yeah.
this to me is like the most horriblest thing anyone could do would be, we used to get pen knives and we would collect car badges.
Yeah.
So that is as it sounds, that means, and this is broad daylight as well, we would go up and sneak up on cars and prize off
Yeah.
the front badge of the car or the back badge, whatever we could get off. And you can imagine the damage that gets done to that car. It's getting scratched. It's got no badge anymore. And like the fancier the car, the more prestigious of a thing it was.
Yeah.
So like getting a Ford or getting a Vauxhall is like meh. like got one of them. But like,
You got
mate,
them
I
there.
can remember like prizing them off Porsches. You know, like nice cars, mate. Like,
Jesus.
yeah, mate, and like BMs and Mercedeses and like nice cars.
Yeah.
You know, one guy coming to school one day and he had a Bentley badge. You know, and you're like looking back, like the damage you must have caused to some rich person, like literally going across town because he knew where this Bentley was. You know, no one ever got a Rolls Royce, like.
No.
Thank God. But
Well, have you seen the technology on them now? The Rolls Royce, like, yeah, it's like almost impossible to. Is it what they call it? The wings of ecstasy or something like
something
that?
like that, yeah.
You can't take it off. You could maybe take the actual badge off.
The RR
Yeah, but the thing at the front of the car, you can't.
doesn't come off.
No, have you not seen the like the videos? It like drops down.
Oh, when
Like-
it scores into the front of the car,
Yeah.
when you start it comes up.
Yeah,
I've seen that.
I bet if you try and pull it, it'll shoot down.
Really?
And it'll close back up. Yeah.
Like it's got a safety catch on it.
Yeah.
No
literally.
way.
Because it must have been a very bad thing. I mean, if you're nicking badges, just normal badges, then obviously it's a lot easier to just snap one off a Merc or a Rolls Royce. But no, we never really had that many nice cars in the area. Like
No.
I've seen.
I mean, we
See-
didn't know our area, but we knew where they were.
Yeah. Well, we've seen nice cars drive through, i.e., I think in my lifetime, I've seen a Nissan GTR drive through and a Ferrari 458, I think it was, drive through. They're the two best cars I've ever seen in Fishburn.
Really?
They don't live in Fishburn, they just
No.
drove through Fishburn.
On the way to somewhere nicer.
Yeah, on the way to somewhere nicer. Yeah, it was a lot of Citroens, a lot of Volkswagens, you know, vans.
A lot of vans.
Yeah, a lot of vans, a lot of tradies in Fishburn, I think. So
A lot of blokes.
yeah, so no, we never. I don't know. It's never crossed my mind actually. To, like pinch someone's car badge.
I mean, it was never mine, but I went to school with some quite creative people.
Yeah, well,
You know?
I learned that when he was throwing darts in the dark. So
Funnily enough, it was the same guy who got me onto the
surprised.
badges. Yeah, same guy. Yeah. Philip was a lunatic.
yeah,
Yeah, come to think of it, Philip had quite a few bad ideas.
Yeah.
I think he was responsible for the garden jumping too, to be perfectly
Probably.
honest.
yeah,
Yeah. Funny times.
it was. But
Yeah.
no, my childhood, I think, was a lot less.
Destruction.
Yeah, destruction and adventurous is what yours was. We just kept ourselves, did what we did, and got home at a decent time. As the only bad thing we did was when we were like 15, 16, we would drink down Teletubby Land, which I spoke about the last time we were on. That's maybe the only bad thing. But like we sort of like started it. So we were like the OGs of drinking on a Friday night after school.
How old were you when you first drank? Like proper drank?
Proper drank, 14.
14.
Yeah.
Probably same here. 13,
Yeah.
14.
Like,
What was it? What did you drink? Mine was White Star.
mine was Strongbow dark fruits.
Strongbow dark fruits.
Yeah. I went on holiday when I was 13 with my dad, and all I was drinking was Blue Wickets. I don't know how anyone can get pissed off that. Because I'd had a good 7 at 13, and I was fine.
Really?
So if anyone tells me they're ever pissed off Wicked, which is not to be the blue one, I won't believe them.
I
Because
was that guy.
you got pissed on one.
Once, yeah. At a christening when I was about 13, 14. Family christening.
How many did you have though?
I can't remember. It would have been a few.
Yeah.
Not many. It was like the first or second, third time I ever drank, I think.
Yeah.
Funnily enough, that was kind of the stem to how I ended up with like what I would consider probably my best mate now, Adam. Funnily enough, but yeah, we had like a couple of pubs in the family, and the Christian was at the pub.
Yeah.
And I don't remember, mate. I don't remember. I remember it was an afternoon that goes into a night type do,
Yeah.
and I can remember being given like the sort of green light to have WKDs.
Yeah.
I can't remember the Ryan Brews or Blues.
It always seems to be the starter drink, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's
Because
like
it
your
is just
gateway.
it's just pop.
It's like your gateway drug, isn't it?
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know how many I had. Probably not many, mate. Probably like 4 or 5. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I can't imagine me being allowed to plow, like, to sink them all day. Do you know what I mean? Like, I can't. Obviously, you were left to your own accord. People were dancing, stuff like this. And
Yeah.
you know, it was given the green light. So I don't think anyone was really counting how many I was having.
Yeah.
But I remember halfway through feeling sick. Well, not halfway through, like how it ended. All of a sudden I felt sick and like it was coming and I just needed to get out. Now I had a house key, and we were quite a trek away from the house. It was like about 45 minutes walk. But I just walked out and like, obviously I was used to going around the streets on my own. I wasn't too young for that.
No.
And I thought, I'm walking home. And I was walking home and like, I've heard this story now secondhand off Adam.
Yeah.
I knew Adam. He was a guy who was in my school. He was in my year, but he wasn't like a friend of mine.
No.
And I can just remember somebody riding up to me next to me on a bike and saying, "You all right?" Like, and I was swaying all over walking up the main road. And he got off his bike and walked me home, you know, like stayed with me to make sure I didn't like fuck up basically.
Yeah.
He walked me to my front door. Motto of the story is I ended up chucking white that night and being sick all over the house. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Proper embarrassing. Like, what a little clown. But yeah, that same night with the WKDs was the night that I kind of started being a friend of Adam's. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, been a long time. But yeah, my first time, I'll tell you what, the first time I ever saw proper drinking, I saw somebody be sick in like the most beautiful way I've ever seen. So the very first time I drank, like anyone, I was being tactical. I was tipping it out and no one was looking.
Right.
So we had a litre of White Star each. Because I remember it's 1 litre of cider and it was, I think it was 7.5 or...
I was going to say, I've never heard of White Star before.
Yeah, White Star cider. It was £1. It was 99 pence for a litre. White Star cider percentage. I don't know what strength it was. Maybe it was 15. 7.5. See what I mean? It's basically pop.
That's quite strong stuff, like, for cider.
7.5 cider, yeah. Anyway, you get a litre of it. See them bottles there? You know, them lined up all next to each other. That's exactly what your bottle looked like. Anyway, started drinking it with my friend.
Mm-hmm.
I don't mind naming him. He was called Andrew. And we were drinking it. I was strategically tipping bits out when he wasn't looking.
Yeah.
Because I didn't want to end up chucking white. He drank the entire bit of his. And that night, to not get caught, I was staying at his house, right? And I can remember being in the bedroom. It was weird. There was like loads of kids in the house. So I was on a top bunk over here. And he was on another bed over here, lower down. Yeah. And I was talking to him, like being daft, being silly, like just like kids. And there was just the light of the telly. There was a telly in the room, so it was like telly light. And I can remember him laid on his back. And he just sicked forward without getting up. And it went up like a fountain. And literally, it looked like a perfect fountain. He was just going... And it was just going up and coming like onto him and onto the bed. And it was just like, wow. You know, I'd never seen anything like it. Obviously, tried to clean it up. And the one thing I do remember of that night, right, is been laid in that, because I didn't dare go home. Yeah. But I remember being laid in that bed all night and the smell of sick and cider was one of, and I can remember I must have fell asleep in the end and waking up the next day and that smell of cold sick was one of the most scarring smells I've ever smelled in my life.
Yeah.
I can still picture it now.
That sounds horrible, that.
Yeah. But it was bad, man. Bad. And I'll tell you that fucking... Have I told you about the Scream story before? Do you remember the movie Scream?
Yeah.
And this is a legendary move, this.
Yeah.
This is a legendary move, this, by... Listen to this. Still remember this. The movie Scream 1 had come out.
Yeah.
Okay. We were too young to go see it at the cinema. But some boys in the older year had a video of it. I think it was a pirated video of Scream. And it was said that the cool kid in my year had a connection with these and he was going to get the video. He was going to be able to borrow it, right, for a night. We were going to go to Andrew's house because Andrew's mum let anything happen. She didn't give a fuck. And we were going to watch Scream. Right, for the first time. It was a big deal. Like this film was a big deal about this film then. Like it was meant to be an amazing film. Like everyone was hyped, right? Anyway, watch the movie, right? These older kids have given us this movie. And we've watched it. Brilliant. First time, yeah, great. And then we went out afterwards, after the film. We must have watched it about 6 o'clock or something.
Yeah.
And we'd gone out about 8:30. and near to where Andrew lived, there was like a little wooded coppice area.
Right.
Like a little wooded where we'd stay and keep out the way of people. You know what I mean? So there must have been a group of us, maybe like, I don't know, I want to say 5, 6, 7 people, maybe.
Yeah.
We've gone down to this coppice bit. All just being daft and boisterous and young, and do you know what I mean? We just watched this movie and blah, blah, blah. And then all of a sudden, from absolutely nowhere, somebody screamed, and we looked, and a full masked, full outfit scream with a knife come flying out the woods. Now, to put this into perspective, now you'd be like, oh, it's silly, it must be somebody. But back then,
Yeah.
I've never been so scared where I couldn't move. I remember just being, like my soul just left.
Yeah.
Like you think you'll run, you flight or fight.
Yeah.
Now you're just cemented.
Yeah.
It's a whole rabbit in the headlights. Your heart just stops for a second because your brain can't compute. Like secretly you're shitting yourself because you've just watched this film that was very, very scary.
Yeah.
For a 13-year-old kid or whatever I was, 12-year-old, that was incredibly scary. I never really watched horror movies before.
No.
I just watched this guy going around fucking butchering people with a knife. And all of a sudden, I didn't know you could get an outfit. Like, I'd never seen a Scream mask outside of that telly. I'd only seen a Scream mask for the first time that night.
Yeah.
And then this person, and what it was one of the older lads.
Right.
They had spent the time to basically, they'd set us up like this. They'd give us a film, but they knew at some point or another we were going to come out. And that, like, I in a way, like, I applaud them because that would have meant literally watching our moves all night. They've watched us watch that film. They've hung around, watched us come out, and they've thought, I'm going to fucking terrorize them. It seems like a lot of effort because it was never caught on video or anything.
No.
But I don't care what anyone says. I know them lads that were there that night, and I'm telling you now, everybody absolutely shit their pants.
Yeah.
Proper scary. One of the scariest times I've ever known in my life. I
That sounds traumatic, man.
passed myself.
Yeah.
Absolutely passed myself. Yeah, and he went fucking... Luckily, he come from, I was like watching, and he'd shot out, and somebody, like the other lad, had started running, and I was running after him with this knife, and people just scattered, and I remember just stood there going... Do you know, like, just like literally just like couldn't scream, couldn't talk, couldn't make a noise, just literally paralyzed. And watching this lad getting chased off with this guy with a Scream mask, and I'm like, oh my god, like, could have had a heart attack, mate. But yeah, as it turns out, it was one of the bigger boys, like, absolutely hilarious and absolutely top move as far as I'm concerned.
Christ.
Genius, that, innit?
I would have loved to have been him.
Yeah, you wouldn't like to have been me. No, mate.
No, that sounds horrible. That.
Oh, mate, it was so bad, so scary. Oh, getting a little... What's this here? Phone's blown up.
Oh,
What's this?
you're popular.
Don't know who it is. I like that. I like when I get a message saying, can you and the team? Because that means I want to buy something. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, by the way, we haven't actually introed this podcast, you know.
Say that again, mate.
We haven't actually introed this podcast, you know.
Huh, are we rolling, Ron?
We are rolling, sir.
We are rolling. Ladies and gentlemen, it's People Like Us podcast, and we're about to finish. How long have we been rolling for, Ron?
I started my timer a little bit late. It says 46 minutes, so I'm going to guess anywhere close to an hour.
Close to an hour. Well, we are going to sign it off soon, purely on the basis that my bladder can't hold up.
Well, I had a
Tell
little
me.
idea to finish on. Are you aware with something called the wonky minute?
The wonky minute.
Yeah. So have you heard of Stephen and Karen's breakfast show?
Stephen Karen on TFM. What's it called? It's TFM. Stephen Karen used to be TFM.
It used to be, yeah.
96.6 TFM.
Yeah.
That was
Well,
it back in the
they
day.
do something every day, aside from a Sunday, I think, called the wonky minute.
Right.
And you get a minute to answer 10 questions, and if you win, you win something. I don't know. I've never actually listened to it live.
Mm-hmm. Are we going to play it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I thought
I don't have 10 questions for you, though.
no, but they post the questions every day after someone's answered them on Facebook. So I'll get the most recent one up.
Mm-hmm.
So this one was 5 hours ago. So Alex in Manchester got 5.
I'm going to beat Alex.
Right. We'll say a minute, but if you go over, you go over. So 10 questions.
Should I do a timer?
Go on then.
So you're going to ask me 10 questions, and I have to answer them in 10 seconds. I mean, in 1 minute.
In 1 minute, yeah.
Right. There's a timer for us both. I mean, I'm going to destroy this. How many did this other person get?
You got 5.
5 in a minute.
Yeah.
Is he retarded?
You don't know what the questions are.
Yeah, but I can give you an answer.
Yeah, but you might get the answer wrong.
Depends how long it takes you to say the question.
That's true. Sometimes I do stutter.
Me too. Okay. Let's see. Okay, go.
Botany is a study of what?
Plants.
Correct. C'est la vie was a hit for who in the 90s?
Pass.
Whose new podcast launched this week? It's called Hanging Out with...
Pass.
Is Boardmasters a music or gaming summer festival?
Gaming.
Incorrect. The law that sets out how the US government should be organised is called the what?
Pass.
Which superhero comic series does Wonder Man belong to?
Marvel.
Correct. What is the main usual alcoholic ingredient in a mojito?
Tequila.
Incorrect. A sequel
Rum.
to which
Carry on.
a sequel to which movie is set to be in the works with Jennifer Grey starring
Pass.
as Baby? Okay. Sparky is a nickname for which profession?
Electrician.
Correct. How many teams are in the English Football Premier League?
20.
Correct.
I only got 4 right. And it was 55 seconds.
Yeah.
That's chew.
So you did worse than Alex from Manchester.
Bastard. Bastard.
You were talking all that shit.
It was rum though, wasn't it? In a mojito.
It was rum.
It would have been 5.
Yeah.
I would have drew with Alex.
So C'est la vie was Bewitched.
Oh, I fucking knew that.
The
C'est la vie.
podcast is Hanging Out with Ant and Dec. I wouldn't have got that. Boardmasters is music, not gaming. The law about the US government is Constitution.
Constitution. Fucking hell, Daniel.
You got Marvel correct. Rum, obviously.
Would have.
Jennifer Grey starring as Baby is Dirty Dancing.
That's so no. Now you've said them slow, and I'm thinking, I'm like, you know all these, Daniel.
And then you got the other 2 right. Do you want to do another one?
Go on then, one more.
Do you want a redemption arc?
Right. I'm going to fucking do better this time.
Okay.
Right, so what's better? Hang on. Listen, there needs to be a tactic. If, as you start saying it, how I can get through this, if you start saying the question, I need to pay more attention. And if I definitely don't know it, say pass. Don't sit and think about it.
Yeah.
That's where I went wrong before.
Yeah.
I was letting you say the whole question. So I need to be proper zoned in. And if it's like, yeah, I know where he's going with this. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's 4 to beat and 5 are going to beat Alex.
Yeah.
Right?
So this is a new one. So this is Felicity from Oldham.
Fuck Felicity.
And they got 6.
Right. Come on, Felicity. This is it. Right. You ready?
Yep.
Go.
Which recent sequels became Hollywood's highest grossing animated film of all time?
Pass.
If I was buying a bag of King Edwards, what would I be getting?
Potatoes.
Correct. What was the last spacecraft to take humans to the moon
Apollo
called?
13.
There's 2 options. Apollo 15 or Apollo 17?
15.
Incorrect. Which country are the All Blacks rugby team from?
New Zealand.
Correct. Which international award did Donald Trump show frustration as not being nominated for
Nobel
last
Peace
week?
Prize.
Correct. Alan Titchmarsh is famous for presenting what kind of TV shows?
Gardening.
Correct. Which rapper at the 90s album was called the Slim Shady LP?
Eminem.
Too many cooks spoiled the what?
Broth.
Correct. Tuba, trumpet, and French horn are members of which musical family?
Percussion.
Incorrect. What kind of cuisine can you get at Taco Bell restaurant?
Tacos, Mexican.
Correct. That's all 10.
I can't remember. I got 6 or 7. Got a 6. I got at least 6. Got at least
Well,
6.
you either matched or got better than Felicity.
There you go. Listen, it's a service we're providing people. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
We can do that every week.
Yeah, see if we can beat it.
Do a little segment.
All right, what's it called? The Wonky Minute.
The Wonky Minute.
In
So
honours.
they release one every day. So every time we do a podcast, at the end of the episode, if
All
we
right.
have a guest on, something we'll do too.
Okay. I need to do it. Thing is, my brain will always find a way to cheat the system.
Right.
So if I know you're going to do it,
Then I'll get a random one. Then.
you best do the random ones because I'm just
Okay.
going to cheat.
Okay.
I'm not going to lie. I'm going to get the answers. I can't help it.
Yeah. I'll
Just the way I
I'll
am.
keep note of it, of which dates I've ticked off.
So there's basically like a big history of them, right?
Yeah.
Cool. Because I can pull up one for you.
Yeah.
So that's what we need to do. Next episode, I'll get one, you get one at random,
Yeah.
and we'll see where we end up.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll do something in the edit. We'll put it on the screen, the question, and then we'll do a timer as well. So if people want to play it on at home.
I like that.
Yeah.
Shout out to Stephen Carron,
Yeah.
Stephen Carron Breakfast Show.
Yeah.
All right then, Ron. Thank you. We've had a lovely podcast. It's been a nice little chat.
It has.
Hasn't it? Nice little chat. That's the end of it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for watching. Please continue to do so, and we'll see you next time.